Good morning and welcome to Agoracom Small Cap Stock News. It's Thursday, January the 30th, 2014. I've done my morning routine. I've gone through a bunch of press releases and I've found the ones that stand out the most to me, give you my insights into what stands out from the news, and also some of my insights into what I see happening with the stock chart. I'm Alan Barry Labucan. I'm the chief market commentator for Agoracom. And on today's show, I have six companies, some big news in the space, and we're going to try and keep it to around a 10-minute time frame, so we'll get right to it. The first company I wanted to talk about today is Green Platinum. Green Platinum has a 100% owned project called the Green Platinum Group Metals Nickel Copper Project, which is located in Canada's Yukon Territory. They had some drill results out from that project, and they had some very thick intersections, 174 meters of 1.39 grams per ton platinum equivalent. So that's some pretty good looking rock there. And they have quite a detailed news release that gives you a good idea of what's going on with the project. They give you a table there with the various different metals and the grades of those metals. But again, it's a very large tonnage type target. And with some good numbers in there as well. Just looking at the stock today, it's down 2 cents to 90 cents on 135,000 shares traded. Just pulling up the stock chart, and this one's been on a very good trend recently. It bottomed in November, touched that bottom again in December, but those were just sort of spike lows. The actual low was in about the third week of November there, and then since then it's been on a pretty good move. Had a big spike about a week and a half ago, 10 days ago, and after the spike it held on to a lot of those gains, so that's actually a very bullish sign, and it's trading above its 20, 50, and 100-day moving averages on much more significant volume than they had been for the previous year. So very interesting news, very interesting stock chart, and definitely could be talking about this one on the upcoming end of the week show. And so WG is their stock symbol, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. The next company is Hudbay Minerals. Hudbay Minerals announced that they've done $173 million equity financing. They indicate that the use of the proceeds, general corporate purposes, including providing the company with the flexibility to pursue opportunities to advance its growth strategy. That's a bit of a coded way of saying they're looking at acquisitions or development of their own projects. So that's interesting. It's a big amount of cash, and I'll be eager to see what they do with that. Stock's down 13 cents today to $9.09 on 757,000 shares of trading. Just looking at the stock chart, it's been on a very good move since, it had bottomed in late or early August at about, let's say, $6 a share. Had a good run for the following 4 to 6 weeks up to about $9.20. Then it went kind of sideways for about 6 weeks. Had a dip towards the end of the year and bottomed in that dip in December, which was significantly higher than their previous low in the summer. So that's a very bullish indicator. And since the new year, or since the bottoms in December, stock's been performing very well. I like what I see in this chart on the volume side. I like that I see it trending upwards. I like that it's above its 20, 50, and 100-day moving averages. So lots of good things going on with Hudbay. HBM is their stock symbol. They trade on Toronto. Next up is Mountain Province Diamonds. Mountain Province Diamonds announced that they've started construction at their Gaucho Q camp, which is one of Canada's upcoming diamond mines. This is a joint venture between De Beers Canada and Mountain Province Diamonds. De Beers owns 51%. Mountain Province owns 49%. I've been watching this project for a number of years since the initial discovery, and now they've moved that through the permitting process and are now starting construction. So it's always an exciting time in the development of a project when it sort of turns from exploration into producing or towards construction to become a producer. So we'll watch that closely. Their stock is up a penny today on 10,000 shares. It's at $5.10. Just looking at the stock chart, and it's pretty much been going sideways for the last, I want to say, since about June. In a fairly narrow trading range. On the bottom end, it's at around 465. Top end's around 585, and just keeps sort of going sideways in there. It is starting to see a slowdown in the volume, so that could be a change in direction indicator to me, and I'll be watching for that. MPV is their stock symbol. They trade on Toronto. Next up is Sandgold Corp. Sandgold Corp announced that they've expanded their new high-grade gold zone at Deep Rice Lake. Why this is so interesting to me, I've followed Sandgold for a number of years, and they are now starting to get into their really deep targets. In Red Lake, Ontario, the big deposits are below 1,000 meters, and now they're starting to identify a similar kind of situation at Sandgold's property. And since I saw the data about a year ago, I've been liking the chances of them hitting high grade at depth, and now they are, and they're getting it on some pretty good intersections too. 11 meters of 10.6 grams per ton gold. So I'm very encouraged to see that they're hitting these high grades at depth, and I'll continue to watch for that. Stock's at 17 cents today. It's flat on the day on 605,000 shares of trading. Just looking at the stock chart, got to push the right button to get the stock chart up there. It bottomed in December. It's not had a significant change in direction, but it does look like it wants to trend upwards now. Not sure whether that'll be a big move, but it's been coming out of sort of a long sideways basing period. That's encouraging there. Do some more homework on that one. SGR is their stock symbol, and they trade on Toronto. Next up is Osisko Mining. Osisko Mining has announced that they've commenced legal proceedings to restrain the misuse of confidential information by Goldcorp. This is another wrinkle in the hostile offer that Goldcorp made for Osisko. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to go into the legal argument. But from the outset, what I see is that the Osisko feels that Goldcorp used confidential information inappropriately in their takeover offer for Osisko. I don't want to see this go through for a couple reasons. One, the most important reason to Osisko shareholders is I don't think it does anything for them that they need. The company's in a great position. They've got production. They're going to produce 500,000 ounces, and they're going to be one of the lowest cost producers in the industry. Why they need a big brother partner, I don't see a reason. But the second reason is more of an industry type thing, and the industry definitely needs more of these middle tier producers that potentially could be the companies that take over juniors, and which is an important part of the whole ecosystem of the industry. So I don't want to see it go forward, and obviously Osisco management is fighting hard to stop it. Stock's down 33 cents today to $6.56 on 4.67 million shares traded hands. The stock is, again, it's in the midst of a hostile takeover, so it's hard to get an idea of the trend. OSK is their stock symbol. They trade on Toronto. And the final company today is Paramount Gold and Silver. Paramount Gold and Silver had some very good drill results from their 100% owned San Miguel project in northern Mexico. They've one of the holes had 23.9 meters of 4.99 grams per ton gold at San Miguel. They had other holes in there with subintervals of extreme high-grade silver and very good gold grades as well. Just an all-around good report on the drilling from Paramount. Looking at the stock, it's down a penny today. It's kind of understandable because gold is down about $20 today. So when gold is down, nobody gets excited about buying gold stocks. But this is definitely one that I like a lot. They're at $1.27 today on only 3,500 shares traded. I like what I've seen in this stock chart since it bottomed in early January. Has been performing very well since then. And I like that it's above its 20, 50, and 100-day moving averages. Everything is shaping up for this company to be one of the companies I talk about on the end of the week show. I like this one a lot. PZG is their stock symbol, and they trade on Toronto. So that's a wrap on the news for today. As always, before making any investment decisions, it's important for you to do your homework and speak with your financial advisors. Look forward to our shows every Monday through Thursday. I do the news show in the morning. You can find that on agoracom.com. You can find it on the after it's up there on the first day that the news goes out. If you want to find back issues, go to blog.agoracom.com. You can also find the shows on my website at allenberryreports.com. And we'll be doing our end of the week show in the next couple days, so look forward to that as well. On that note, have a great day. We'll see you next week for the news show.